else.
Yeah. Yeah, not the smartest. Yeah, we're good. Okay, there, for real. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
What's your shirt this time?
Carcass. Acme the Carcass.
What was the band that they came out with this was like 2 years ago, they came out with a really good, was it Blood Incantation?
Yes, that was last year.
Is that the one that has the pyramid on the front?
Yep.
Yeah. It's been 2 years. I still see stuff about that album all the time about how amazing that album is.
It's fucking great.
I wonder, like, do you think what is it about it that makes, why are people still talking about it so much?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Like, I don't know, because I don't remember it being super groundbreaking or anything like that.
It's good. Like, yeah. I know that's not very descriptive or
maybe a little more rare these days, though.
They are unique. They have a unique sound.
Yeah, for sure.
And I can't describe without like saying just listen to it, because you have to. You just have to. It's like there are things that when you experience them, you're like, oh yeah, this is good. There's certain pieces of artwork you're just like, oh, that's good.
Yes.
Or cars that you drive and you get in it and you drive and like, oh, this is good. Oh, there are like experiences that it's like greater than the sum of its parts. I think that album, just is the way it's structured, and yeah, that was a surprising album for me. There's some good shit this year, boy.
Is there?
Yeah.
Like not stuff. Is there anything else we should add to like the what did we miss or that sort of thing, or is it too evilly?
Probably too evilly. You added one that I was like, yes.
There were a couple. I think there were two on there that I was like, I think these are. I don't know if you and I've talked about them, but I've heard of them from the metal scene. Like, yeah, they were supposed to be good enough to where even non-metal music people were gonna hear it.
One of them I own for sure is yep.
Interesting. It's insane that we're already getting to like. Album of the year talk and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like we're there pretty much.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Is this podcast material?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm recording.
Yeah. I'm recording too. I just didn't know if this was going in the pod.
Yes. Yeah. At least the video. I usually edit out some of the beginning stuff on the audio, but the video, I just let it go. Riverside does the whole thing for me.
That's awesome. That's slick.
It's the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Can even make us look like moron cartoons and shit.
Dude, the cartoons make me laugh so much.
I like how they're half good.
Yes. I like how it makes us look like we're in an Archer episode.
Which I very much like. Yes.
Yeah, like an Archer knockoff episode. Yeah.
Which is basically kind of what we want to be anyway. So
if only we could be an Archer knockoff episode.
All right. Should we do this?
Let's do it.
We're gonna start with Supertramp.
Yeah.
We'll do Supertramp in this one.
Good. Yeah.
Sweet.
Perfect, because I poured a whiskey for Supertramp and I have another one for Mastodon.
Well, let's get there. Hey, coming up, everybody, on Verse Chorus Verse, rest in peace, Rick Davies, and one of the greatest band names of all time. That's next. I don't know how you come up with Supertramp.
It's from a book.
Is it?
Yep.
What book?
Biography. Fuck, I didn't write it down. I should have.
Learned something new today.
Diary of a Supertramp or something like that.
Is it like about a hobo, or is it?
I didn't dive that deep. I don't know.
Here is half-ass knowledge with Evil and DL.
I should have.
Well, hey, now I know it's a book, though.
Now, to be fair, there's a lot more about this album that took my attention away from diving too deep into the minutia. So
yeah, I bet.
We'll get there.
Hey, speaking of which, you hear him talking. It's evil, logical Jimmy. Evil. Are you feeling very logical today?
If I could raise an eyebrow like Spock, I would.
Yeah. We're doing a good old-fashioned album exchange. with a little bit of a spin on it. I don't know if we'll be able to do, we're going to do these at the end of the years. I don't know if we'll be able to do it every year. You know, hopefully super good musicians don't die
right.
every year. But we are doing an album exchange with 2 albums from 2 people that passed away this year. So the first one that we're going to do is thanks to Rick Davies of Supertramp. I being a Supertramp guy, Evil, were you at any point?
I know them, but never a huge like super fan. I was not a super fan of the Supertramp.
So this kind of worked out perfectly because I'm a Supertramp guy. You obviously are a Mastodon guy. And I think we're both in the same, like me, I don't actively listen to Mastodon, but I'm a fan. Like I respect the shit out of them. And if they come on, I'm like, oh, that's tasty. So I think it's probably same for you with Supertramp, right?
I've some stuff to say.
Okay. Maybe he hates it. That would be really funny. I mean, there's a lot of higher note singing, which we do know that Evil is not a big fan of. So we'll talk about it. What's new in life? How's your leg? Are you choking
Leg's
people?
Great. Like,
Is it?
yeah, I trained today. I trained 4 times this week. Feel good. Did
4
some lightning
times?
rounds. Yeah. 3 classes, 1 open mat. Open mat was earlier today. I got a good set of training partners. It's feeling good. Yeah.
Do you feel healthier or more beat up when you do BJ?
More beat up for sure.
Yeah.
It's fatiguing in a strange way, but you acclimate to it, and I'm starting to get to that point. So as long as I don't overtrain, so I had to ramp down my like weight, like kettlebell and weight training stuff to allow my body to get used to back into the groove with training jiu-jitsu and grappling. And now I'm able to kind of like bring the strength training back up a little bit, but it won't be nearly what I was doing before. My body just doesn't have time to recover.
Do you change your workouts when you're doing BJJ? Like, do you do more cardio and stuff like that?
I do 0 cardio for BJJ. It's all on the mat.
Really?
Oh yeah. I do like basic. I kind of dumb down my strength training and do like basics.
Okay. I'd imagine though, if you're doing it 4 times a week, that's cardio in itself.
Oh my God. Like we call them lightning rounds. It's like basically someone stays in for 2 rounds and then goes out, and then another person comes in, and that the one who stays on does 2 rounds. And because we had 2 classes of just 3 people, and boy, it's smokers, man. It's you don't do that with the bigger classes, but when a few people show up, there was like apparently parent teacher conferences on Thursday, and so like nobody showed up to the gym, and so we did that. And then the same this morning, there was some stragglers came in late to the open mat, and we were just doing the lightning round thing.
What makes you more mad when a guy younger or older than you beats you up?
That's a great question, because they do it in different ways. The younger guys move better. The older guys have old man strength, and it's like I'm like in the middle because
I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah. I know they get pissed when I tap them, because I'm like, most of my training partners are like 15 years younger than me at the oldest. Like I'm 49 and I'm training with like an 18-year-old, some like early 20s. The old guys are like 35.
I would think that getting quote unquote beat by a younger dude, it's usually, it's just because they are able to do things
their speed and their recovery.
Which I feel like that wouldn't piss me off. You're like, dude, I can't fucking do that anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
no. And the thing about jiu-jitsu is, as you improve, you tend to have less and less ego about it. And so, and also, if you're being a good training partner, let me expand on that. If you're being a good training partner to lower level belts, and also being a good training partner to yourself, so allowing yourself to get into trouble, you're going to get tapped here and there, because you have to kind of go into the deep water to see if you can swim out of it.
That's a wonderful quote.
Sure.
BJJ, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about Rick Davies a little bit. Rick Davies, a good old boy from England, blue collar. Dad was what was dad? Dad was a merchant seaman. And
that's what she said.
It is what she said. He started doing music at a really young age. I guess his mom said that was the only thing he was good at. He didn't really have a choice. He went to school for it. He was in a bunch of bands and stuff. He was a good dude, though. His dad died, and he went back home and just became like a welder or something like that just to take care of his mom. And it ended up working out, though, because then he met like some millionaire or something in Sweden.
Yeah, like
that was
Dutch.
like, hey, you're
He's
good.
like
Dutch?
Yeah. And he was like support the millionaire. He was like a patron. Here's the crazy thing. When I heard that, I'm like, oh, that's cheating. And then I got to thinking about it. I'm like, that's a very American versus European view on the arts. Because there is a long, rich history of patronage of the arts in Europe.
Yeah.
But you're here, manifest destiny, pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. It's like,
but how fucking cool would it be if you were if like, let's say one of us somehow becomes a millionaire. We invent whatever.
Dude,
what do we invent?
I would pay on earth to just write music for the rest of their lives. Like I would be that guy.
That's what I'm saying, though. Wouldn't we just like? Could you imagine that we would just travel around to different big cities and go to like little teeny clubs and be like, "Fuck, this band's good. Let's produce them." And then what would happen is we'd make more money, and then we'd start taking advantage of them, and we'd just become another evil record label.
Let's do it.
Doesn't it sound like fun?
It sounds amazing. Let's exploit the youth.
Exactly. So Rick Davies, I was always a really, really big fan. Him and Hodgson, I don't know when they met. I don't care. They just became Supertramp, and it's awesome. And that's what we're going to talk about today. A specific Supertramp album. Before we do that, though, we got to get to the most important part of the day. What are we drinking? I will go first. I have we'll call it a lazy Irish coffee. It is just some Jameson, some coffee, some sugar, and then I just poured cream in it. Like I didn't measure the whiskey. I didn't foam up the cream. It's delicious. It's amazing. And I'm glad that I'm drinking it. What about you?
I have got 2 bottles of whiskey here. I'm starting with.
I like your theme this year of the different whiskey for the different episode kind of thing. Yeah. Yes, I'm enjoying it.
For Supertramp, I don't know why I picked this. The bottle spoke to me. It's the Dalmore 12 year.
That's delicious.
Yeah.
Very.
Does not suck.
No. We're doing Breakfast in America by Supertramp. That's what we're talking about in this episode. That's the one that I quote unquote gave Evil to listen to. I will say, no, I don't want to spoil it. So I'm not gonna. Should we just get into it?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it. We're going to take a break. We're going to talk about Breakfast in America by Supertramp.
Supertramp.
Do you want to do the beginning stuff for this one, and I'll do the beginning stuff for Mastodon, or do you want to do it reverse, or do you want to not do any of it? I have it all here. I can do it.
Okay. You go.
Okay. Hey, everybody. We're back. Oh, you know what I'm not going to forget about this time, though? I'm not going to forget about the friendship test. Evil, what is my favorite song on Breakfast in America?
Dude, this is one of the hardest.
Is it?
It is one of the most difficult ones because I don't know. I know you like the band, but I don't know how much or when, your history with them.
Well, and they also, the two singer thing,
yes,
it really makes a difference. Like some of their songs are so different than the others.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, the hits kind of seem too obvious.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're great. It's happy music, which that's not your thing.
It's not. It does
not. For the most part.
Me liking Supertramp doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't.
And then I thought, well, maybe it's like one of the deep cuts, and like that doesn't. None of it makes sense. So I have a theme here. I'm going off of number of streams. So it's probably not the most streamed song, which is the logical song. But it might be one of the top streamed songs. So
gotcha. Okay.
I'm going with the title track, Breakfast in America, because there's like a satirical bent to it. I think that might tickle your fancy lyrically. Yeah. It's one of the better tracks on the album, I think.
I agree.
Yeah, so that's what I picked.
I agree with it so much that is what I picked for your favorite as well.
Wow.
And it's really for a lot of the same stuff. I think that it's quirky. It has, I know that you, like me, get very happy when these older bands use the fucking piano and the different brass instruments and stuff like that. It's refreshing to hear not just guitar rock. And that one is kind of the pinnacle of that, I think, on this album. And it's just fun. It's fun. So Breakfast in America. Let's talk about it, everybody. It came out in March of 19 through the Village Recorder is where they recorded it. It was an A&M label. It was produced by Peter Henderson and, of course, Supertramp, who were obviously more than talented enough to produce their own stuff. Pete Henderson, though, pretty huge audio engineer from Britain in that time. He worked with Paul McCartney on Wings and that sort of stuff. Let's see. Here's what I love about this band and this album particularly is both of the guys that were writing this, in Hodgson and in Rick, they both had very different approaches to how they wanted to write this and what they wanted out of it. I think Davies was a lot more dark. And then Hodgson, you were talking about how they're a happy band. Hodgson kind of insisted on it.
Right.
He wanted their music to be positive, which is also, it's funny because their backgrounds are so different too.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. Like, you got working class versus like prep school, the hard blues jazz influence versus more pop. It's like, interesting mix of psychology.
Yeah. When I think because of that, what you ended up getting on this album, which it was really weird. Apparently they decided on what they wanted the album to be, and then they kind of went off and wrote their own stuff about it. And then, of course, as a band, they worked on it all together. But because of that, you end up with this weird kind of like hint of melancholy Prozac sort of complexity. That's super fucking brilliant, I think. You have, we've talked a lot about how much we love songs that sound happy, but then you read the lyrics or you get into it and you're like, oh, fuck, this is dark.
Yeah.
I love that sort of thing.
It's fun. It's misdirection.
How did you get into this? What did you just turn it on? Did you
just fired it up, started.
Awesome.
So track one, like, interesting. I had heard like the radio hits, which Gone Hollywood was not a radio hit.
No.
I may have heard it before, but it was like pretty fresh to me. And so I'm vibing with it. And this is where the story turns. Then we hit track two. I'm not even paying attention to what it is. Which is the Logical Song, which is the big hit, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm like, no, because I've hated that song my entire life.
Really?
Yes.
Is it his tone of voice?
I don't know. I think as a kid, because this music was popular when I was little, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. There's that fucking Wurlitzer electric piano is toxic to my ears.
Really?
There are certain bands that use keys, organs or keyboards or electric pianos, and I'm just like, I can't. The Doors are one of them. Children of Bodom, whom I love. Their keyboards, I'm like, just delete those I want their catalog with the keys deleted. And so I'm like, oh my God.
Well, I'm glad I didn't pick Logical as your favorite song.
Yeah. Have you ever, there's a British like panel game show with comedians on it. It's hosted by Jimmy Carr. It's called 8 out of 10 Cats.
Yep.
Sean Locke was a comedian on there, is one of the panelists. Hilarious. He's passed away, unfortunately. And then there's like, a couple of gals who were like contributors, co-presenters, and Vanna White sort of. Okay. But they had expertise. One of them, she was like she was educated in mathematics. And her name is Rachel Riley. And so she's up like in this skimpy dress telling a story about when it's ski season. She likes it because she doesn't have to do her makeup, her hair. She just puts on her helmet and her like, she called it a snoot, I think, like her mask and whatever.
Okay.
And then she goes behind a panel, pulls out, and she's got like a Viking horned ski helmet and this like beard face covering, and puts it on, and she's in her dress, and she's super hot, by the way. So she's got this face on, and Sean Locke just pops off, well, that's a challenging wank, which murdered the panel. Jimmy Carr's like put his hands over his face. When I hit the Logical Song, that popped into my head for the rest of the album. And so I'm like, fuck, I can't just let the wheel guns fly on this and be a complete dick. I am evil, but I have taste.
I mean,
we're doing an in memoriam album. That's the problem.
You also know coming into it that we already know I love it. So I'm
right. So, but I'm like, I'm going to find a way to like this. And so here's the process. I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch them live because that always helps. It did help. I watched some like reaction videos because watching other people be like gush over stuff is helpful.
That's smart.
And the one that really stuck out to me, there's a YouTube channel, this redhead gal, she's a vocal specialist. It's called The Charismatic Voice.
Yeah. I know her.
Like Justin Hawkins and her have collaborated.
Yeah.
She's great. She's like super positive, bubbly, like breaks stuff down, just like gushes over the music, the nuances of vocal stuff. Yeah. That helped. But I still, if I'm watching him live or watching that, I was enjoying it. But then I go back and I listen at it. I still wasn't liking just by itself in my ears to record it. I'm like, I can't. But I came up with this because like the break, and it's the logical song, like the breakdown with the whistle and it's so silly. It reminds me of something. I had the meme of Jean-Claude Van Damme dancing in my head. And then I'm like, this is like something a Will Ferrell, SNL character would totally dig.
Yeah.
And somehow I landed on imagining a band of Muppets, not Electric Mayhem, but like a similar yacht
I like
rock.
Electric Mayhem though.
Yeah. I'd imagine Muppets playing it. And all of a sudden, just like that, I'm into it.
I'm trying to think of other bands that would be like Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I guess that'd be a good way for you to get into them too. Kind of the same thing. That's fucking hilarious. So Supertramp was one of those bands that was, when I was growing up, I was around a lot of kind of guys, 30-year-old dudes, like my mom worked for Albertsons. So when we'd hang out at parties and stuff like that, it was like younger, but not super young dudes. It's the white guys that listen to the Eagles and Supertramp was on all the time. And then there was one year where I had a friend and his parents moved to Seattle. We were still in Boise and left their boat. And all summer we would just go up and fucking wakeboard like 4 days a week. It was the greatest fucking summer of my life.
Yeah.
And we listened to Supertramp the whole fucking time. So
that tracks.
It kind of like it's just stuck with me forever after that. I can totally see that. What surprises me, I guess it doesn't surprise me because it just affected you when you were a kid.
Yeah.
But what's happened on the pod, at least over the last 3 or 4 years, is as you've grown, get so pissed when artists take themselves seriously.
Right.
And that's why I thought that you'd be into this. But now I'm thinking, nope, I don't want to spoil it. I'm going to spoil it. Damn it. Now, one thing you might have enjoyed, I don't know if you saw this, but did you know that Supertramp knew about 9/11 before it happened?
No.
You didn't see any of the conspiracies?
No.
Yeah. Apparently, according to so if you look at the Supertramp album, if you look at the cover of Breakfast in America, if you invert it, over the two towers it looks like 9/11. The way that the letters go.
That's ridiculous.
And so this conspiracy forum, David Icke, I don't know if you know who that is.
Yes, I certainly do.
So he said the Freemasons were behind September 11th. They left clues about their long-planned event on the 1979 Supertramp album, including the cover depiction of New York City skyline as seen from an airplane, waitress posing as the Statue of Liberty holding a glass of orange juice over the center of the World Trade Center, indicating the color of a fireball that would tear through the building. And then just above the World Trade Center, if you hold the record up to a mirror, you see U and P resembles 9 and 11.
Lord.
Furthermore, the words super and tramp are synonyms for great and whore, which indicates the great whore of Babylon, a figure from Christian mythology, with Babylon also mentioned as a place of evil in the book of Revelation. This is the funniest fucking,
the clock's right twice a day, right? Isn't he the lizard people, one of the lizard people guys?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that you found that though, because I was like, oh my God, Evil's going to fucking love this so much.
Yeah, I'm going to dive into it after this.
Yes. Yeah, so he knew about 9/11. Goddamn Rick Davies. I like that the Logical Song seems like so here's the thing. I think this album could be easily seen as a British people making fun of the United States sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which they said multiple times that's not at all what they were doing.
Of course they wouldn't.
Who knows?
They want to sell albums.
But there are some, if you listen to the Logical song and just try not to hate it, just listen to the lyrics.
Yeah, I know.
It's scathing the fucking British school systems, not the U.S. It's talking about,
you're right,
like sending people off to the type of schools that Hodgson went to.
Right.
And
Yep. It's a good point.
I think it's just kind of ripping on almost the way that we've decided to be as a whole, as society, you know, the way you could be in the 70s, which is the society just wants you to work yourself to death and that's it. That's your life, which seems like most 70s artists like to write about. I don't know. There's a couple straightforward traditional, like Darling and Just Another Nervous Wreck on this album. I do think it adds depth, but I'm just not sure if it takes away or adds anything. I don't think this is a perfect album by any means. Mm-mm. Was there anything that you found on it that you did enjoy?
What I like, I think I enjoy the more proggy approach. So those are the songs that I gravitated towards.
Gotcha.
And I'm leading the witness here because I'm going to talk about some stuff in awards and categories. There's song structures. There's certain parts of the song. I'll save the reveal, but there's certain parts of songs that I'm like, oh yeah. And there's a kind of a consistency to it.
Okay. I like that. I don't about the story of it, that sort of thing. I don't have too much else. I love the way that it was written, and I love really that you just had two extremely talented writers and musicians that had completely different views. And it's not the typical story of like these two. It's not they made it work.
Yeah.
They one of the things, I think I have a quote in here somewhere. I don't know if my notes are huge for these albums, by the way, but where he's essentially, one of them is essentially saying, we didn't agree about anything, but I loved that. Like I loved the challenge. I loved being challenged by somebody. It was just really refreshing that they weren't just like, fuck this guy, he doesn't feel the same as me, you know?
And then at the end of the day, they're like, well, we're just going to make a happy album.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was like
Oh yeah, wasn't it wasn't originally going to be about like the complexities of relationships and stuff?
Yeah. And let's just write a happy, fun album. Like what? Fuck it.
All right. Should we take a break and then go to awards and categories?
No.
Let's do it. Good job, Breakfast in America. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Okay. Okay. Awards and categories. Hi, everybody. We're going to do that. I'm very excited. I couldn't find a David Crosby Met Award for bad reviews. All of it was the CD or the record came fucked up. That was the only thing, which I guess when you're getting into 70s rock, it's hard to find people that are just, nobody's going to get onto Amazon and shit on it, which is very sad.
Well, maybe I'll get one up there. Joking.
No, you're
it's
not.
Just that one song. It's just that one song.
That's fucking hilarious. I love that. 70 million Jackson fans can't be wrong. What about this? Am I on a small island for loving and hating or hating? I am, we're celebrating Rick. Well deserved. I am definitely more of a Hodgson guy, though, when it comes to the writing, when it comes to the songs. I like both of them.
Really? You like the pop? What?
Yeah.
What is going on?
I don't know. I will say I like Rick Davies' voice better, but there's something about Hodgson's writing that I'm very into. What about you, Evil?
For me, I'm probably in the minority for hating that fucking piano. But it just, like there's a certain sector of the population who, for whatever reason, I think it's Belgian triples? There's like a yeast used in beers that it just tastes acrid.
Okay.
I'm one of them. And then there's another. Is it cilantro that tastes?
It's like soap.
Yeah, like soapy. Just I love cilantro, so that one.
See, I'm one of the soap people.
Really?
I don't think it tastes like soap, but it tastes gross to me.
Tastes gross.
Yeah.
Well, I've got the gene that makes that piano like feel like painful.
Tastes like soap.
So I get it. I understand that this is good music. I get that. That's why I'm like, I gotta find a way. And I found the Muppet solution, which worked.
That's fucking rad. I love it. What's love got to do with it? So I already told the story. I've got a soft spot for Supertramp. It makes me like them more. I will say that I only really like 3 of their albums. I don't really I don't listen to a lot of their other stuff. I wasn't a big fan of a lot of their other stuff. But those 3 albums, the 2 behind me in particular, I fucking like Supertramp. And I do what we were just talking about. It's just nice having a fucking positive band. A band that wasn't a band that got really famous and they never became dicks. They never, Rick Davies was married for fucking 50 years. He was just a good dude. What about you?
Before I answer, here's a question to you. Of the 3 albums, if you were to pick instead of picking like the big album, would you have picked another one?
So yes, I think, and this was what was really hard about picking this. And I remember because you had texted me, we were talking about what albums we were doing. And you had texted me which Supertramp album. I think you were like heading to the record exchange or something. You're going to see if they had. And
I didn't buy any Supertramp, by the way.
My inner struggle between the 2 albums on my shoulders, between Breakfast in America and Crime of the Century. So Crime of the Century to me is Supertramp's best album. And not even a contest. I think it's way better than any of their other albums. It's just Breakfast in America has the 3 songs that fucking everybody knows.
Right.
So that was where I was torn. I was like, God, I really wanted to give you Crime of the Century because I was like, man, I
might have liked that one better.
Yeah. So you like them way more just because you always have.
Yes. I'm like, this is yacht rock. It's yacht prog.
But it totally is.
It's in that. And I'm generally not, I actually looked up, is Supertramp yacht rock? And of course it said, yes, they are part of the movement. But they also threw in like Styx and some other band like Kansas and some bands that I'm like, okay, well, maybe I don't hate it as a genre, but it's generally just not my thing.
The thing about yacht rock is all of the fucking bands were talented. They were so talented.
Incredibly.
But that was kind of, you can also be frustrated with that because you also be like, why the fuck are you guys writing this easygoing?
Use your powers for good.
Yes. Yeah.
But hey, man, it's a business. It's a music business.
Well, and fuck, when you're the Beach Boys, do you want to just stick with Brian Wilson and be depressed as fuck your whole life? Right. But hey, you're writing great music. Or do you want to just go to Hawaii and write Kokomo and be on the fucking beaches? I mean,
I get it.
Elvis ended up in Hawaii for a reason, motherfuckers. Lemonade. The DMX award.
Cool, refreshing drink.
The fucking God. I need to. You know what I haven't seen in a fucking decade is the Eddie Murphy stand-ups.
Dude, the
one where he's talking about Elvis. Oh my God, he was the man. The DMX award. What makes this band or artist unique? The random fucking there's fucking clarinet solo in this album. You hear trombones and oboes and shit.
Yeah,
that's unique. You don't get that a lot. What about you?
I think the creative dynamic between Hodgson and Davies, like the mix, like the prep school pop music influence versus like the working class blues jazz, and them. I mean, some of the best bands have members who just can't get along. Yeah. And I think, and not that they didn't get along, but musically, their musical ideas didn't get along. And that friction, that's where magic is. That's where the magic can be made. And I think
that's kind of
sure contributed to it.
We're the next band we're talking about in the next episode. Like those dudes, I didn't know a lot about Mastodon's past.
Right.
Those dudes were metal. Yes, I'm excited to talk about. But yeah, no, you're totally right. That friction, the fucking Paul McCartney, John Lennon, it works. It fucking works. Mark Lanigan True Rock Star Award, Evil.
I'm going back to the pop prog thing. Like they somehow made prog music like into pop hits.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
Yeah.
That's not a standard. Like to have a pop hit, you have to kind of play to the lowest common denominator.
Yes.
And the untrained ear likes some simple shit. Let's be real.
Well, so mine is kind of the same thing, but they got big at a time where you could sell a kabillion fucking albums in the United States.
Right.
You just had to toe a certain line, and they didn't. They never got as big in the US as they were in Canada or Europe. And it's because they didn't turn into that sort of thing, which they didn't care. They're like, no, we're not going to just fucking do the 3-minute ditties, which I like. Overrated, underrated, properly rated. I mean, they were really big back in the day. I would think, and this kind of goes with maybe your feeling with it, they're kind of almost seen as like a joke a little bit, you know, like they're one of those, you know, like if I think that my uncle is the coolest fucking music guy in entertainment in podcasting. Yeah. I think Supertramp is seen as a bit of a joke. I think that, you know, they're one of the
genre it's almost like a parody of what it was at this point.
Yes.
It's like kind of cool to like them, like counterculture in a way.
I think a couple years ago, it was either Supertramp or Yes. I texted my uncle that I was listening to Supertramp or I was listening to Yes. And his response back was, why?
Oh, that's funny.
What do you think as far as being overrated, underrated, or properly rated?
I think properly rated at the time. I don't even know today like what the temperature is of Supertramp. I mean, I did watch a shitload of reaction videos, and everyone, as they do, they're playing to the fans of the band when they do those. So they're gushing over them, but they had very good points and good things to say.
Well, you know what you don't want to do is you don't want to come out with a review episode where you're just shitting on a bunch of people's favorite band.
Exactly. Hence the Muppet strategy.
Should we talk about 72 seasons, everybody? That video might have single-handedly kept us from ever being popular as a podcast.
So
I think we've been fucking alienated, or what do they call it when you suddenly stop getting likes on Instagram and YouTube? Shadow banned.
We got shadow banned by
I
the
think
Metallica
Lars
Mafia.
fucking shadow banned us.
Yeah, well.
Influences and influencees. I love this one. Obviously, I think when you're talking about a band like this, the Beatles are huge.
Of course. I have the Beatles written.
Two artists that have cited them as an influence. Tame Impala, which that
makes sense.
Yeah. But I'm not sure if you found this. He cites them specifically. Childish Gambino. Fucking loves Supertramp.
Wow.
Right?
That's amazing.
I fucking love that. Oh, what do you have?
Yeah, I had the Beatles, of course.
Yeah.
And for influences, I'm like, this is King Crimson meets the Beach Boys with the Bee Gees as seasoning.
Yeah. God, that's so funny because what you're describing, I should hate so much. I should hate it.
Oh my God. I almost didn't put the Bee Gees thing in there, but it's there. I mean,
it is.
And then my initial reaction was like, this sounds like Elton John and the Bee Gees tried to write Operation Mindcrime. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't, you know.
Also, that's why I've been listening to Queensryche so much lately.
It's good old Queensryche. It's going to be really interesting to get the feedback from this episode. Because I wonder how many people are going to say that you're a fucking idiot. Like, Supertramp is amazing. Or if they're going to be like, yeah, you know, I get the feeling that it's going to be that there's going to be at least a couple people that are like, I never understood the fucking Supertramp thing. They're fucking goofy.
They are goofy. They're kind of nerds.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind the Bullocks. I kind of spoiled it, but Crime of the Century is their best album. And I really I don't think it's fucking close.
Yeah.
The first two songs on the album are School and Bloody Well Right. And those are like two of my favorite fucking classical rock songs. So I'm guessing that you didn't.
I don't know. I said maybe it is their best just based off of its popularity and how big it was. But yeah. I know some singles off of other albums, but I don't know the other albums deeply. So it's hard Yeah.
That's going to be an interesting conversation for the next album that we talk about, too. The John Paul Jones Award. I almost said John Paul George. John Paul Jones Award. What do you got for this, Evil?
Well, instead of like adding or removing a member, I'm going to add or remove an instrument. It's that fucking piano. And then we're good.
So It's literally, the other songs on this where he's just playing a grand piano or that sort of thing. You love that.
Dig it.
That's so funny.
The saxophone, the harmonica. There's like harmonica all over this fucking album.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's like chugging guitar in certain places where I'm like, yeah.
You know what I just realized? You love harmonica, and now I'm thinking I chose the wrong song as your favorite song. I didn't say, look, I like this album as it is. The only thing that I thought might be fun is if they would have done some sort of like speaker box Love Below kind of thing and done like dueling albums. Like, well, I want my dark relationship album, and well, I want my happy album. Well, let's just fucking both do our own songs.
Album.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
It wouldn't have worked, but I didn't have a better answer than that. No, dude, seriously. I am giving somebody Breakfast in America. I think that's kind of encapsulates everything that's going to be on this album, the title track. What about you?
Despite my protest, it's the logical song.
Well, hey, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it.
Yeah.
So
I think that's
all right.
the one.
The John Popper Award, Evil, what's the best hook on this?
It's like the Bee Gees-esque chorus in Goodbye Stranger. I had that playing in my head. Like, I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
Love it or hate it, Goodbye Stranger is one of the hookiest fucking hooks ever.
Yep.
The only thing that I would say different, and I swear to God, it's been like 3 or 4 weeks now, my whole household has been singing the Breakfast in America, the title track.
That's awesome.
Like we listened to this album once or twice on the record player while I've just been, getting into it. And everybody, we walking around, don't you look at my girlfriend? Like for fucking 3 weeks, it's getting dangerous. It's getting very dangerous. So that must be a huge successful hook.
There's like a line in the pre-chorus that reminds me of Ground Control to Major Tom. It's like,
ooh.
Yeah. So it's earwormy. I get it.
The John Prine Best Lyric Award, Evil. What do you got?
Ooh. Okay. Lyrically, this whole album is pretty brilliant lyrically.
It's great. It really is.
But one stuck out to me. I don't know if it's brilliant or not. I just really dug it. And it's, I'm a winner. I'm a sinner. Do you want my autograph?
Yeah, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Talking a lot about Breakfast in America. Mine is, does it feel like your life's become a catastrophe? Well, it has to be for you to grow, boy. That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
And probably more on that later. Evil, your guy himself, the Eddie Van Halen Award. What do you got?
So I have what is probably the right answer, and then I have my answer. What I think is probably the right answer is, I think it's harmonica and clarinet in Take the Long Way Home. That's probably the right answer. My answer is the whole outro to Goodbye Stranger, because it's
really
guitar driven and he like gets after it. And it's like,
and the drums are fucking
yeah.
I did say the one that you're supposed to, apparently. I said the harmonica and the clarinet in Take the Long Way Home.
Yep.
The Surfer Rosa Award, I think that this album is very top heavy. I love a couple of the songs on the B-side, but it does, I think that this trails off a bit towards the end. What about you?
I think you're right. With like a couple of exceptions. I think you're right.
Yes. Which leads us to the Time of Your Life Award. Evil. Let's guess the worst song on the album for you.
No surprises here. Even though through the process I found a way to enjoy it, I still stuck with the Logical Song because I have a visceral reaction to it. And this is from like as a kid. Like there's no rhyme or reason, there's no logic involved.
Ayo.
So I thought it would be fun to put there.
So I think Casual Conversations, the song, which was it was kind of about them making this album, what we talked about at the beginning, the challenges of relationships and that sort of thing. But it's boring, and I don't really care what about it, what it's saying. It's kind of like watching couples therapy that I have no interest in, or like if reality TV people were fucking normal and you're just watching them like having normal fucking conversation.
Yeah.
But this is amazing because Evil, there is a song on this album that has been popular forever and that I fucking hate. so much, and it is Goodbye Stranger.
Really?
There is something about Goodbye Stranger that just grinds my fucking brain. Just the Goodbye Stranger. Like, I just can't. It fucking drives me insane.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. That's
All
hilarious. Okay. So now that all the Supertramp fans have left, let's talk about the 3 best songs on the album. Evil, what were your 3 that you don't hate?
Hilariously, my number 3 is Goodbye Stranger. And this is when you asked me earlier if there's something that I found that I really liked, and I noticed this in multiple tracks, is like after they're done fucking around, several of the songs have outros that are just getting after it.
Totally.
And that's, like musically just like, I'm into it. I'm sold. And Goodbye Stranger is one of them. I love the outro to it. That's my number 3. My number 2, I'll preface this with I kind of like the proggier approach more than the poppier approach. And they opened the album with Gone Hollywood, which is more on the prog side. And once again,
there's a lot going on in the middle of it.
There's a lot. And the outro, that saxophone outro is fierce.
Fucking killer.
And so not only did they open the album proggy, they also finished it proggy. And this is going to be a weird choice. But I picked Child of Vision.
That's your favorite song on the album.
And one of the reasons why is this is the track where that piano fucking worked for me.
Holy fuck, the piano wails in that song.
Yes. Not electric piano and traditional piano. And it's saxophone too. It just, I'm like, that is, they're fucking getting it on that track.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh man, that would have been like my 6th guess.
Wow,
before starting this. Yeah. Fuck. Let's do my top 3. How hilarious is it going to be when Logical is my favorite song on the album? It's not. My number 3 is Breakfast in America. We've talked about it a lot. It's fun. I don't know if it's poking fun. I think it's more him poking fun at himself about, being the guy that gets famous and heads to America to get the hotter girlfriend. And and he's like, I'm just not that guy. It's got to be weird to not be that guy, because there are very few musicians are not that guy.
Right.
It's got to be weird to be a nerd and be that famous. It's got to be weird to be like fucking Neil Peart and be that fucking famous. You know what I mean? Peart. Not Peart. He's not a shampoo, Evil.
Peart.
Neil Peart. My number 2 favorite song is Logical. Unlike you, I have never hated that song. I like the story of it. I do. I like they're head to the school and get brainwashed, and they're going to teach you how you're supposed to think.
Listen, it's like when you're in college and you get like blackout drunk on Southern Comfort, and then you can't drive, you can
never drink
even
Southern Comfort
smell
again.
it the rest of your life.
Yes.
That's what is going on there.
And maybe this will save us for some of the Supertramp diehards here. One of my favorite songs of all time is on this album. Probably like top 20 of my favorite songs ever. And it's Take the Long Way Home. I love everything about that song. I love the harmonica, the piano. I love the kind of the majors, but he's being very open about singing about, you're just supposed to be great at what you're good at, and then you work, and then you die. And that's pretty much
that's it.
Like, try to get the little
put a bow on it.
Yeah. Try to get the little wins when you can. Try to, go on that drive, take the long way home. I love everything about that song. That's like a fucking play it at my funeral song for me. So there we go. Evil, who won the album?
Yacht Culture won this album.
Culture. Because it wasn't all just complete horseshit.
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to say they both did. I'm going to say Davies and Hodgson. They worked through it. They wrote some hits. They got popular. Congratulations, boys. Evil, I'm going to go first because I'm intrigued to hear what your score is going to be for this. Like I've said, this is by no means is this a perfect album. There's not a lot, but there are songs that are I will say there's 3 or 4 songs on here at least that I would be fine with never hearing again. So it's that, to me, that automatically takes it down a couple, but it also has a couple songs that I have loved my whole life. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I I think that Prime of the Century might be a 10 out of 10. Maybe someday we'll cover that, but this is definitely not. I still love it. It's been a blast studying for this and listening to this. Evil.
Well, we're twinning today because I too gave it an 8 out of 10.
Really?
Because you can't have Tolerate without 8. And I learned to tolerate Supertramp.
So,
and I know it's a good album.
So this is going to be hilarious because your negative hot take on this goes along with the fact that I have, for the next episode, the next album that we're going to talk about, I'm going to have a hot take that is going to piss off anybody that's a metal fan that listens to this podcast. Oh. They're going to hate me so much for my take on the next album. Yeah. So we're doing it. We're doing what we signed up for. We're pissing everybody off, Evil.
Let's do it. Perfect.
So 2 I can't believe you gave it an 8 out of 10.
I told you. It's because you can't have Tolerate without 8.
That's so stupid. Everybody, you heard us. We already said the band we're talking about next week. Do you want to let the people know what we're talking about next week?
We're talking about a little band called Mastodon.
Mastodon.
And their second album, Leviathan.
Another good fucking band name. That's 2 good band names. Damn it. I would ask you what you're going to do for the rest of the day, Evil, but I think you're probably going to be right here with me.
Going to. I'm cracking
It's
open
exciting.
This next whiskey.
I wonder, in retrospect, I should have gotten some Kraken and drank it, but then I'd have to drink Kraken, which I don't. Yeah.
Nobody's friend.
No, it's very sweet. At least there's that.
Yeah, at least there's that.
Everybody, go turn on the Logical song and think of Evil, won't you?
Think of Muppets.
Yeah.
Like just turn on the Muppet Show Volume 0.
Hey,
play some Supertramp.
Electric Mayhem was a fucking badass band, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
They're amazing. That's it. That's all we got. That's Supertramp Breakfast in America. Let us know what you think. Let us know where you guys stand on Supertramp. If they're amazing, if they are a little goofy. Also, what is their best album? Is it this or is it Crime of the Century?
Yeah.
Or is it what's the name of the Piano in the Snow one? I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. Everybody, we love you. Come back next week. We're going to talk another album in Mastodon. Good night and good luck. Okay, so I